And alrighty, Folky Dokes, we are back live once again, and we're continuing along with our playthrough of No Man's Sky. So, hey there, hi there, ho there, dudes and dudettes, welcome back, and a fine welcome to you if you're new to the broadcasts. We're happy to have you along for the ride. And where that ride currently sees us is nestled on a lovely distant planet. The very same one we last left off in the previous stream. So we're here outside of an autophage synthesis terminal, as can be seen on your screen. And we're going to start today's broadcast off doing something a little bit different. If you've been keeping along with us, we've been going around farming void motes and gobbling up staff components. We got a considerable amount now, and we have 2 open multi-tool slots, so we are going to start crafting up a couple of variants. See exactly what it is we can amass here. So I was tweaking around a little bit, and came up with a couple of cool looking doohickeys. So we take a reclaimed claw. Next up, we could do a reclaimed grip, followed by a recycled pole, and we came up with this nifty little doodad. I think it's a complete set. It doesn't really matter which ones you put together, you can always craft up a pole, but some of them belong as a set. This one seems pretty symmetrical. So, we got that one. I assume we should assemble this and see what it winds up being. I don't know if the class varies. Like if we were to put like 3 differing types of components together, if that would just be a lower class. If you keep them more in a decent assembly, you'll get a higher class. This is why we're doing this, to find out these things. See if they have any bearing. So, that didn't really do much for you. We got a C class out of this one. If we just so desire to go through the process, we're not gonna. So part of my reasoning here is I want to try to figure out which ones are going to give you the best class. So, y'all could go back. We'll try 2 different things. We'll stick with the same head. Next up, we'll do radiant. Because another thing that I've noticed is as you're tweaking around, the color of the staff will vary depending on which parts you use. Yeah, it just looks pretty simplistic. Let's try a different base here. Try the radiant boar. There you go, that seems to be pretty decent. I imagine these 2 are supposed to go together. Well, not supposed to, but pair up well, I guess would be the better choice. So let's see what happens with a different head. So those are all your radiants. I've been trying to tweak around and see how we can get this to be purple. Much representative to the way it looks in the picture. And that gives us a C as well. Another thing that might work for or against the class might be where you go to assemble it. Different planets having different results and such. Again, this is all an experiment, just trying to figure it out as we go here. So if they all wind up being C class, I'm going to be led to believe that that's probably the case. Because the one that we have, we've kept in our multi-tools, started off as an A class. Which we used the runic focus here. Let's try the salvage accelerator. Oh, that looks like a suppository. very symmetrical. Let's see what we get. And that as well is a C-class. So I am kind of assuming that depending on the terminal that you use will probably be where you have varying classes. Let's plug around here. That just looks good. Kind of goes pretty well together. Let's see what happens if we put you. And see, as I was just explaining, you get different color variations. And yep, still a C-class. So I'm gonna go with that theory. That if we were to go off to a different location, we might have a better class for what we forge. That one kind of looks pretty nifty, though. Wouldn't mind that bad boy. Like the one that we crafted was all runic. Yeah, this looks pretty similar to the one that I already got. Let's see what happens. Because like I said, when I did this, it came out as an A class. And another C. So yeah, that's got to be the way that it works. As for how they operate, whether it increases the stats depending on which ones you use, I imagine that may be part of the puzzle here. As we noticed, we had like recycled stuff. I would be led to believe it was probably going to be weaker to begin with. So the fiberglass. Alright, so there we go. Now we got a green one. That's more up my alley. So let's plug this out and see if we can keep it green. So that'll probably be a keep. I'm just looking for something with a crazy looking handle. Did the Havoc. Did we do the radiant blue? Alright, so that's kind of like a blue on green type of. I like the looks of that one. So we're going to actually assemble this. Oh, look at that. It's a B class. So our theory was somewhat incorrect. It does depend on which ones you plug on in. What you're going to get for it. Alright. So we'll go on back. For this one we get the radiant bore, we get the radiant chamber, and the radiant hat. Again, if you like the color scheme, so you plug around, go for these ones. Again, you're gonna have to bop around between camps and stuff. All the vendor machines have varying components that you can pick up. There's quite a good chunk of them, but you're not going to find all of them in the same spot. I'm going to assemble this one. I like the way I look. And another plus side is we've got 2 charges here. Why is it exchanging? That should not be the case. We have 2 open slots, so I should be able to just purchase it outright. Alright, so that's a little disappointing. We're going to back out. I'm going to switch out the multi-tool. Because again, this is the one that we made to start off. And yeah, it started as an E class. I haven't really done too much with it. Got supercharged slot there, another one there. I haven't really expounded upon it, so I don't know where the other ones will be. Again, when you bump it up to an S class, you're going to get... I think they go up to 4. It might be 3. I can't say for certainty. But I noticed in one of the other multi-tools we had, we had to open up these rows here to get to the next supercharge slot, so they're not always going to be in the top 3. Now the question is, do I want to lose this one? Let us... Oh, now we can easily replicate these. There's nothing really too crazy on here that I care about. Staff assembly. Oh great, we gotta do it all over again, but that's fine. What did we have? We had you here. They were all radiant, right? Radiant chamber. And then we had the radiant ore. And now it is back to being yellow. That's weird. Let's remove it. I wanted it to be green and blue. So what the fuck happened here? We made it do it once, we should be able to make it do it again. I would believe. Maybe it just randomly decides what it wants to put in for a color? I got no idea. We got the blue, just need to get the yellow out of there and get it back to being green. Maybe we gotta get that off of there. Somehow, some way, we're gonna figure this back out. Has to do with where you start here. That's annoying. I really like the way that thing looked. Don't like how this looks. Dagnabbit! Don't bug myself. So it's like a blue on red. Let's see if that has any bearing. Nope, back to yellow. Well, this is a bullshit. Maybe, just maybe, this will help get us where we're going. Why the hell does it want to be P yellow? I'm absolutely disgruntled here. Unless it was just a glitch, this game is notorious for it. So, tis what it is. Don't. I don't want the color that looks like a kidney infection. Gadzooks. So we replicated the blue. But I would really like to get rid of this yellow. That's not really doing anything for us here. Alright, one other choice. Back on out. Maybe it just decides what it wants to give you each time you load into it. I don't know. Nope, it's back to blue and orange. So that is definitely a question that needs an answer, is how to figure out the ways to get the different color assemblies. Why can't I put in this? Oh, I probably don't have a salvage battery. That's a fucking annoying. I had it just the way I liked it, and now we can't get it back to the way it were. I know which ones we were using. We used the radiant boa. Take this out. Take you out. There's a way that you could tweak the colors on your own without them just magically being whatever they want to be. Yeah, that didn't do nothing, of course. Let's see. Start off with a fiberglass grip. Oh, I'm so annoyed. I really like the way that one looked. But now all we're gonna get is this blue and orange bullshit. Let's see if this tweaks it a little bit. Alright, there we go. Now we get the purple going on. Not sure if we put that there. Now if we put this one on. Nope, right back to fucking here. What the fuck? Absurdity. Lunacy. Confounds me. Alright, well, if we can't replicate that, then I don't want to make it. That's not what I'm looking for. Oh, see, now you stay purple. That's not a bad looking one. Very bare bones, not much to it, but yeah. But I really want to get it back to the one that we had. Oh shit, okay. We got green. Maybe we have a chance here. Don't ask me how I pulled that off. I doubt it's gonna stay that way. Ah, so that was gonna be orange and green. Nope, it's back to blue and orange. What the... So I don't know how we got it to do that. I really wish I could figure it out. But when we had it, this was green and blue. It looked pretty daggone sweet. And we did have it as a B class. But I'm done with that, because now I'm annoyed. Goddamn game. But there's some of your varieties, if you want to go about the autophage staff as your multi-tool. Just give you a couple of different ideas to go about. Again, the harmonic camps, the terminal there, maybe once or twice it's acted the way this one has. But more times than not, I was just going to do the unlock the multi-tool and show you where a ship is. Whereas these ones here, you can exchange the void motes and assemble your staff. I can't say for certainty if you can go onto the anomaly at the multi-tool station there and concoct a staff. I think that's more for just decommissioning the ones you want to sell. But we're not going to use this, so let's get back. I'm having pretty good luck with the suppository here. It's great for scanning the fauna, the minerals and such. Oh, that just figures. Been looking for these. Pop back down and grab that. But as for just being able to have one on hand, I don't really care for the auto-fade staffs. If I'm being perfectly honest. Ultimately, the Sentinel rifle, which you get from the Harmonic camps, has pretty much been the go-to for most of the run. Picked this one up. I've yet to actually use it for anything. It's an exotic variety. And we've gathered these up from Sentinel pillars. I haven't seen them featured in storefronts or anything like that. Looks cool. I think it acts more like a pistol over a rifle, so it's probably better for mining. And then a little Atlantic weapon here. These have many variations. Sometimes this will be a ball of the shapes we've seen. Sometimes the trigger mechanism will be a little bit different. And the colors vary. I've seen white on gold. This is a black on gold variety. I like the way it looks when the sun shimmers on it. But like I said, I'm using this more for scanning, less for battle. But it is a rifle, so I'm sure it's more aptly used for assaults and whatnot. Whereas your pistol's better for mining and getting resources. Anywho, this does not have on it what I want, so we're going to go back to this. And we did not get an echolocator, so that's a shame. Whatevers. We got a couple in our travels here, so we'll back up to, I think, 12. We also got an abundance. Yeah, we got 12 echolocators. We also have 9 of these bad boys, so we're not going to struggle to find ships. Ah, you suck. I didn't realize there was another one over there. There's 2 of them over here. Shit. All right. We'll just annoyingly land again. Every now and again, I like to go around and just harvest these. The hopes of getting echolocators. I mean, they're worthwhile. A full stack is going to give you 950 nanites in your personal refinery. There's an echolocator. Pretty much RNG. I've gone like 10 in a row, and all I've got is the inverted mirrors, and then like the next 3 will all be echolocators. So if you're bored and got nothing to do, or you're early on and you want to get your nanites up, take an hour, just traverse the lands on your distant planets, get yourself some stacks. There's another one, but we're not going to bother. We got enough. So we already got the Sentinel ship there. We don't need to hang around. Next order of business. Let's consult the galaxy map. And I'm try and zoom a little bit closer to the galactic core. If we can go about 1,400 light years. out in a second. That's good enough. So we got a 2-stack Corvex. Probably swing on by the space station first, make sure we still got slots available for more ships. I imagine we do. I think between the keepers and the free space, we should have enough for like 4 ships. And we did finally get our living ship. Much to my dismay, it really wasn't anything special, but we have it, so that's something. But as I said in the last stream, I kind of wanted to come back, do another run, and showcase the autophage staffs. Which we done just did. That's taken care of. We acquired our living ship. Pretty much the only thing that's really left is to just go around finding sentinel ships and making our way to different galaxies. We'll always have that for content, but I do believe after this installment we are going to begin playing Everspace 2. Which, for all y'all that are fans of No Man's Sky, it's pretty similar, minus the exploration of planets. Well, maybe you'll want to tune in, maybe you'll like what you see, maybe you'll decide to pick it on up. I can't say for certain. But that's what we're going to be playing, so. Picked it up like 2 weeks ago. I've been itching to get going on it, but I wanted to pretty much complete all that there mostly is to do with this game. And as I've stated, once we get some updates, maybe they bring some expeditions to the forefront, we'll definitely come back and feature those. But this one has kind of run its course. Just doing the same old, bopping around getting sentinel ships, offering up techniques and whatnot as we go along. Yeah, you're not who I want to talk to. I want to get down and talk to you. So, Fire A definitely needs to be sold. Though I do like the color scheme of it, but there's really not too much to it. It doesn't really transform any further from where it stands. The wings go down a little bit, but that's about it. I think this is actually the last ship we gathered up. It's not one that I see myself flying around in, so I don't think we're going to keep this one. But we'll definitely keep the 32 million units, so that's worthwhile. Yeah, for you newer players, do bear in mind that you don't get the units when you turn in the ship. You need to go sell off the components and such. If you're not hard up for units, I say and recommend that you just store them and save them for a rainy day fund. That way you get a nice little chunk going, but you can also shop around different systems, make more for your profit margin. So what I do, once we finish selling all the ships that I intend to get rid of here, which I don't think we have any more, so we got the one that we're in, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, so we got 4 slots available, which could be 5, but this has the wings that I like. They pop out like the vulture. And we found this one. It's blue, mostly black, but some blue highlights to liven it up a bit. It started as an A class, so we really don't have to do too much. The only thing I don't like about it is that the supercharged slots, are, slots, are, slots, 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 slots We will get one more when we make it an S-Class. I don't know where it's going to land. Maybe it'll make it more viable. But I suppose we can keep that one on us. So as I was trying to explain before I got distracted, what I do is, I think I switched it over to the one that we normally ride around in. But yeah, so I'll just keep the components that they give you when you scrap the ships in one of my preferred ships. And then when, you know, I spend most of my bundles of cash and need to replenish, I can just crack on into these. As we can see, we got plenty of open inventory space, so they're not going to get in the way or anything. But that would be my recommendation. So what we need to do... But, you know, if it's your choice, you can just go and sell them right away. If you'd rather have the units on your person, I don't blame you. But if we pop on in here, we'll see that we're going to get a plus 0.7% value for our AI valves. That's usually what I worry about the most. All the other stuff is just incidental. But since we're not hard up for cash, we can shop around a little bit. Spool and nano cables doesn't really matter. I mean, if you're going on the autophage quest, some of them will take it to boost up your reputation with them, so carry a few with you. But you're never going to get all that much for them. So I never really care, like, what the demand is going to be. I just get rid of them if I hit the right button. Go, next order of business. We don't need... Well, as we can see, the recycled circuitry, the AI valves, and the indium scrap. Those are the ones you're going to worry about, because they're going to give you 5 more units than nano cables. I had a couple of other items I wanted to get rid of, because we got more than enough of that in storage. More than enough of that in storage. And we don't need dirty bronze. We got those from the purple glass the Sentinel robots drop. Alright, so next order of business is hop back into our plane. This is a new system, so we need to find the dissonant planet and then go seek out a ship. Better luck finding it than the last one. We circling around for like what felt like an hour. There we go. Oh, grassy planet. Grassy ass. Happen to stumble upon a deposit of it, we're going to grab some paraffinium just to re-up our supply. Let's do a little bit of searching before we hit our echolocator. Sometimes you stumble upon the camps without having to use it. We got the knowledge stone. But yeah, we can pop on in here real quick. Just in case. Oh, sweet. I like these kind of planets.
Weather update. Storm clearing.
Storms like those don't screw with your hazard protection, but they make it a lot easier to jetpack around. It's just interesting to see if we had an Atlantic weapon over. Oh, we do. Okay. So, some of these little shrines, monoliths, once you've done the autophage quest, these things will start popping up. They're not guaranteed. Sometimes they're few and far between. Excuse me. But what you'll do, you got 3 little glyphs here. You got to throw some Atlantidium into it. Just easy enough to come by. You get that from your living fragments. You throw all that in there, get that primed and ready. If you're on your way for a sentinel ship and you have the hyaline brain, you can do a 2-for-1 special. Just interact with that first, feed it the Atlantidium. Then you would come up here to activate your hyaline brain into a harmonic brain, and while you do that, it would do what it's about to do here, without having to go through this whole process. So the pull of the monolith is irresistible. The Atlantidium sings to me, desperate to be heard. I reach out, ready to accept its vision. Warn death, choose existence. Reality ripples as the monolith's words carry me away. I drift through an endless sea of stars, a world of distant memory. I am nothing, but I am aware. So, it told us it wants us to exist. We'll just regular exist. The stars begin to slip as my mind focuses on a single point. With a rush, I am returned to life in a brand new body. I blink, adjusting to my new form, but the scale is all wrong. Colossal pillars of stone thrust endlessly into the sky above. I scuttle to cover. My tiny limbs take an age to cross this vast valley floor. I'm aware of a growing shadow, an ever-increasing blackness swooping from the sky above. I feel the beating of enormous wings, a hot downdraft that rushes towards me. I know the claws are closing. Just in time, the song of Atlantid fades. The monolith returns me to my own body. They just destroyed my fucking shields. Goddamn. You son of a bitch. We can easily fix that, so that's not a problem. Another thing I would recommend, if you're on your multi-tool that you want to keep, definitely switch off. Just in case we had the problem with our previous one. It doesn't give you the option to just claim it outright. Oh, look at you. You are of a blue variety. And it's a B class. That's not too bad. 2 supercharged slots right next to each other. That's a plus. Kind of bare bones, the barrel. Color's what I prefer. The blue mixed in looks kind of sleeker. Let's see though. Alright, so you can buy it outright. Do bear in mind, these ones run you nanites. They're not purchased with units, and if you do farm these to go sell them on the anomaly, you're not going to get the nanites in compensation. They give you void motes. So, but I'm going to buy this bad boy. There we go. Let's get away from this obnoxiously loud fucking monolith here. I think that just drove away all the viewers. Wouldn't be surprising. If I was watching, I would have said, fuck you, buddy, I'm done listening to that. Anywho. The next thing I wanted to do is not use this weapon. So I'll scan some of these into the Rolodex. Oh, come on now. 2 of 8. Depending on where the other ones are. Would you? I imagine there's probably going to be some underwater ones. So let's go dive in this lake here. to be more than one fish type. There you go. Squidward. Grab some of these plants. Give it a... So we got an abyssal horror. Alright. Yeah, chatterfuck. Peekaboo. If you don't have the added oxygenators like we do, you can utilize these to keep your oxygen going. Just gonna go up to them and interact with it. I would like... Yep, there we go. I was gonna say there had to be at least one more of these guys. Now is a good time to pop in here. Oof. Alright, so we got a rare underground and another underground. Probably not going to get all of them. As I explain each and every time that we incur this, I prefer not to go after the underground fauna. They just take way too long. That it's really not worth the night-night bonus. Especially, I think 8 being the total will probably get like 1750. Which we're at 196,000 right now. I think we'll be fine without them. Next order of business, I think there's a house. Yep, there you go. So we're gonna head that way. Let's see what we find. Come across any dissonance resonators, we'll be sure to stop and pluck them down. Oh, this ain't gonna be shit. It's just gonna be like a little radar thing. Mm-hmm. Oh. But we have, is it Corvex? Scientist Entity Cest. What are you doing here? A traveler. Your flesh is endangered here, mortal life form. I will recharge your suit. The Corvex serenely navigates the terrain here, apparently content to be out in the elements. After performing a swift analysis of my equipment, they freely recharge my life support. Scientist Entity Cest just looks at me expressionlessly. What's going on, Jamie? How are we doing today? Living slime. And nanites. So that's kind of weird. Usually you don't come across just random travelers. Sometimes there'll be like crash ships with the pilot will be around. Usually they give you missions, but you don't get to claim their ship as your own. As soon as you do the thing they're looking for, without even saying goodbye, they just pop back up into space and leave your ass high and dry. I'm just trying to see if we can find autophage icon. I don't think we're near one, so let's... make our way up this hill here. Surprisingly, not really running into many radiant shards. I need a few over there. Are you paraffinium? I do believe you is. Let's see, make sure you are at your lowest. We don't desperately need it, but it's been a while since I picked it up, so if I can grab this deposit, it should be more than enough. Yeah, we're doing. Came across a nice autophage staff, but then when I went to go replicate it, it didn't want to give me the color that it was, so we didn't wind up making it. But they're weird. They're not like the other multi-tools where, like, if you have open slots, you can just buy it outright. It was forcing me to exchange it with the one that I had equipped, which is not what I wanted to do. So I had to back out, switch to another one, and then when I went back in to rebuild it, it just gave me a god-awful color. The one that we had made was had like the radiant shard for the top of it, and it was green with like a blue casing. But then when I went back to make it, it kept making it orange. I'm like, fuck you, that's not what I want. But we came up with a few different varieties of different staff types and which components they were, so it wasn't a complete bust. Much like the living ship, I wasn't too fascinated or won over by them, so I think we'll just stick with the same multi-tool we've been using. Of course, the coolest one that I've seen featured in other people's videos, the only way to get it is through the expeditions, so yeah, that ain't happening. Like an atlas type of variety. I am not seeing anything. So this is a very barren planet. Let's call in the ship and we'll do an echolocator. Look like a good spot. Doink.
Alert. Navigational data received.
Here you go. Where do we need to go? That way. How far away? Oh, that's actually close. Alright. Glad I looked before I went out into a fucking pulse drive. Another thing I did come to find out, no, we have not been banned from writing into our communication stations like I thought was the case. It just glitched out yesterday. So, at the start of the video, before I started the video, I set up a communication station to test, and it was allowing me to put in comments again, so... Evidently, they weren't upset with my Alyssa Mercante's OnlyFans page reference. So, what do we want to write here today? I put Hillary 2024. Just to fuck with people. Saw some dude, he like named his base Trump fucking Simmons 2024, blah blah blah. I'm like, really? Even in a game like this, we gotta have that shit. Void modes, but I don't think we really need to farm those anymore. I mean, there's a couple more, what do you call it, character things we can unlock with the void modes. But now that we've got pretty much all the staff components and I don't plan on doing anything with them, I'm pretty much done farming the void modes. We'll see. If I get bored, maybe we'll go back to it. Scan memory registers. 7, 13, and 2. There you go. Now I get to try a theory that I had before, because I know that I've gotten it where I could use these as little interfaces here to craft the staffs, but I think you gotta take the multi-tool and then search for the ship first, otherwise it's gonna stay locked on this set of inputs. There you go, yep. Alright, so once you take the multi-tool, it'll open it up and you can do the staff assemblies here, so that works. Speaking of, let's take a look. So, you only got like a handful left. We don't have enough forward modes for any of it, but I just want to see what was left. Yeah, we have all of these. I'm pretty sure we got the reclaimed crap. So what do we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 more to go. So we need just under a full stack of void motes and then we'll be done. Not gonna do it now, just trying to get an idea. The old completionist in me wanting to get everything unlocked. Hey, buddy. Ha! That's gonna piss some people off. But no, a couple of installments ago, I did like a whole bunch of communication stations, and I did like a mini horror story. And I think somebody might, I thought somebody might have reported it. So it was like the next stream or two later, I went to go put down a communication station and it was not letting me input anything. I'm like, those motherfuckers. Get a sense of humor, goddammit. I like to just do random ass shit whenever I have the chance to. Gives me a chuckle. Alright, so we've been finding a lot of white on black fucking ships lately. Whereas I think my entire time in Euclid, I didn't find a single solitary one. It was all like orange, occasionally blue, maybe a handful of green ones. We don't need that. I don't really dig the chasing. Thrusters are alright. And I don't really care for the USB plugs. It's kind of offsetting. The hull's pretty decent looking though. It's kind of unique. But now the moment of truth is, what class is it? It's a C. So I'm thinking we'll probably skip the communication station here at the ship. We'll just leave the one at the Harmonic Camp. So anybody that decides that they do like this ship, and once I give you the portal address, want to come on out and gather one, you won't get sent to a very low class one. Indeed. So maybe you'll have better luck. Find yourself an A class, maybe higher. Results do vary. Before I get around to that,
Navigational data received.
what are you sending us? I mean harmonic echo detected. What? Oh, I did the wrong fucking thing. God damn it. That's what we wanted to do. Son of a bitch. Alright. Thank God I stockpiled a few of them. Oh, good God. And I am not going to go to the camp because there's really no need to. This is not a ship that I'm looking for, so... We'll just accept the fact that we wasted that and move on. And we have another Atlantic weapon. Let's see what we get. Alright, prepare for loud noises. And unlike the previous one, we don't have to answer any stupid questions, we just have to present the brain. It will allow us to get that propped, and we'll be able to go gather up this weapon.
Incoming storm.
Probably just gonna look at it, I doubt we're gonna take it. Alright, so it's the same exact one that we found previously. So, much like all the other multi-tools, much like the Sentinel ships, there's only going to be one variation throughout the entire planet. But as we can see, the supercharge slots and the inventory slots will vary, so bear that in mind. We will decline that one. And we want to get far away from this annoying monolith as we can. Where is my ship? There it is. But if you like the look of the ship, or you like the offering of the Atlantic weapon, we will momentarily get you the portal address for this fine, fine planet. That is the only other annoyance of looking at the Atlantic weapon. You always have to go back in your log to proc the ship. Otherwise, you'll lose the icon. Oh, you're too high. Just land this thing. Well, let's do our due diligence. We'll get that fitted. Again, like I said, I'm not going to put down a communication ball here, because odds are if you go to the Harmonic camp, you'll probably stumble across a better version. But let's get this puppy up in the sky and see what she really looks like. Yeah. I'm not sold on it, but I mean, it's not the worst looking ship we've come across, so... Again, the white variety has been very rare, so... I've only come across probably like 3 or 4 out of the 30 that we've already gathered up. So if that's your thing, and you liked it, or like I said, you like the Atlantic weapon, let's get on in here. Put you into the wonders. Oh shit, we need to clear up space. We need to figure out how to do that. Son of a bitch. Catalog wonders. There you go. Personal records. And so the one we're carrying, I want to keep that just in case I want to go back for more. rid of the crappy looking ones. That's our other white one. This is the gold one. That should be good enough for right now. Alright. Pardon me while we deal with these technical difficulties. Wait. What the frick? Yeah. Yeah, alright, there you go. I was wondering why the planet wasn't there. Alright, so. I laugh at my stupidity here. We got portal addresses to provide you. So, for the glyphs, we've got looks like the companion, which would be glyph number 3, followed by the bird, glyph number 2, followed by the battleship, glyph number 7. We got back-to-back Triforces, those are glyph 16. You get the rocket ship, glyph number 14. We got the hot air balloon, glyph number 6, followed by the TP, which is glyph number 13. Then we got the elk-looking thing, which is glyph number 15. Then we got Loch Ness Monster, glyph number 4, followed by the moon over the waves, glyph number 1, and finally another hot air balloon, glyph number 6. Or you can take a screenshot, zoom on in, get the visual yourself. Whatever works for you. But that's your portal address for this lovely planet. As I said, you will find this ship here and a nifty little Atlantid weapon. We have left you a communication ball at a harmonic camp. The rest is up to you. That is going to do it for us here. Let's move on. We swung by the space station when we first got here, so we just need to zoom, zoom, zoom on the fuck out of here. No, wait, we had another distant planet. This is a 2-star Viking system. With a shit ton of asteroids. Let's not crash. There we go. Alrighty. Contaminated planet, but not the one we're looking for. Of course, this is gonna block our view. And I'm guessing all the other planets are on the other side of this. So let's zoom on over. Let's see what we're looking at here. And it is a marshy planet. Marshy, marshy, marshy. That is dating myself, holy fuck. If you've never heard of the Brady Bunch, you would not get that reference. Chances are, you probably have not. Jamie might know what I'm talking about. He's a better age with me. Alright. It's going to be foggy conditions, so that's going to make this obnoxious. Now, I made a Brady Bunch reference. Like, probably most people watching will not fucking understand it because I just dated myself. Then I said, you're up there at age with me, so you might have got the reference. Another thing I like about this thing, it shreds the shards really quickly. I don't know why that's the case. What the fuck was that? Alright. Blackjack? Oh shit, what do we have here? There you go. Unfortunately, now we need to switch our multi-tool. Well, first we should scan these guys. Would you? Thank you. Jesus frick. Indeed. I mean, people might remember Alice. I think that there was like a meme featuring her not too long ago. But like as far as like the story and like the Masha reference, fucking that's definitely gonna go over people's fucking heads. God forbid I mentioned Cousin Oliver. Yes and no. I've kind of dropped off. Whereas I used to like really like be religious with like comedy specials, comedians. Like it takes like a unique type of humor to really draw me in nowadays. Big fan of like absurdist humor, which I think shines through in my content. The absurdity that I fucking try to incorporate into the streams. I really can't stand these kind of bug creatures. They, like, you get near them and it's just fucking... That noise they make is so grating. It's like wiping your ass with sandpaper. It's not an enjoyable experience. But flying around on them is kind of fun if you turn the volume down. Next up. I don't like the looks of this planet. It's easy on the eyes. And it just felt like I was walking through a marijuana field back there, so that was kind of cool. Hey. Jesus Christ. Dude, take your fruit stripe gum and get the fuck out of here. God damn. Wrong weapon. There you go. But yeah, shit, man. Like, this is my assault fucking weapon. The other one I was using was going through these things in half the time. Just for comparison. Look at that shit. Oh, what about Black Books? Black Books was the shit. Fucking loved that. I grew up on Mr. Bean. The show was much better than the movies. A little bit of Fry and Laurie was pretty enjoyable. I always get a chuckle when people like get reference that and then they turn around like, that's Dr. House. It's like, yeah, he was a comedian more than he was a Mr. Serious actor. Very notable comedian. Yeah, I grew up on fucking Monty Python and all that shit too, so. And now the race for those with the very small bladders. Oh, Faulty Towers? Fuck yeah. They used to air the reruns of that on Comedy Central way back in the day. I was gonna chuckle, like, at the intro of every episode, like, the little sign out front had something different on it. You better fucking run away. I never got into it, but my grandmother used to watch Are You Being Served religiously. Oh, we're not looking for ships. I don't want my multi-tools. Oh, wrong one. That's my only problem with the multi-tools, is having to cycle through every little thing all the fucking time. Especially when you try to do it quick and you go past it. It's like fucking up on a rotary phone. It's 7 numbers in the phone number and fuck what up. I've got to start all over again. There's another reference that you youngins ain't gonna get. What the fuck's a rotary phone? Well, back when electricity was just born, there were these things. And they used to be connected with wires and attached to walls. Unlike these newfangled things that sit right in your pocket and take up no space at all. Before that, they'd take 2 soup cans and a piece of string, and they'd use that to communicate. Even further back, they used to attach letters to the legs of pigeons and send them from house to house. There you are. Would you? Oh, sweet. 10 invented mirrors. We don't need them, so we are going to turn those into nanites. God damn, we're collecting a bunch of shit now. Oh, for fuck's sake. Gotta add that in there. Now, we need to do some inventory maintenance. It's gonna go on the ship, but it's not nearby. That can be broken down. Freighter. That should be open to take those in. Yeah, I'm saying. Best scene in Monty Python is when they're in the forest chopping each other. There's many great scenes in Monty Python. Fucking, what was the one where it's like they do like a bunch of landscape scenes and they're like, in this scene there's a gentleman hiding and he does not think that we know where he is. But, and then they blow it up. You just fucking, You know, like, go through that like a whole bunch of fucking, just blowing fucking people up. Just, again, like, when I talk absurdist humor, like, that's just, like, perfectly encapsulates, like, what my wheelhouse is. Look, it's on the floor. That is a flesh wound. Like, their movies and fucking Mel Brooks movies, like, you never be able to get away with fucking making that shit nowadays. Especially like Blazing Saddles, like good luck. People wouldn't even make it through the first fucking scene without... I've never been this offended in my whole life. I need to go to Twitter and tell the world about it. You just find it a sense of humor and laughing. Why am I dicking around, just wandering around here? We should be looking for ships. That's what happens. I get distracted very easily. Where the fuck? Wow, that's a shitty circumstance for you there, buddy. Even more so since you don't have anything I want. I would have dug him up if you had shattered glass on him. Let's get some more of these and then we'll call him a ship. Oh, that's what I was doing, trying to get echolocators. It all comes back to me eventually. I don't think we're going to have any nearby. Yeah, we just interacted with you. We don't have to deal with that. Oh, hello. You are one creepy looking motherfucker. God damn. Oh shit. We gonna be able to get out of here? Oh fuck. What in the fuck is this goofy looking thing? Sometimes you gotta get up close and personal with these things. You got a little something on top of you there, buddy. Have a Snickers. Let's see what he gives us. Prize off excursion. It's either gonna be a crab apple or something of that variety. Let's see. Bone nuggets. We got plenty of those. Alright, there's another one that would never get fucking by in today's fucking landscape. Fucking Betty Hill. I used to find it funny. I had yakety sax on my Pandora playlist, and whenever I'd play it, like people were like, they'd recognize the music, and I'm like, oh, do you know what it's from? And they're like, fucking a meme video? Like, no, like the actual, like where it's from. And they tell like Betty Hill, they're like, what the fuck's that? And I'm like, I'd tell you to go YouTube it, but you'd probably hate me afterwards. Just a creepy old guy that chased around women, and then fucking like the police would chase him around. That's what passed as comedy when we were kids. That would just get you an assault charge. Times have changed, man. Times have changed. In some ways for the better, but in other ways, not so much. It's a matter of where is the line. I could stand to learn a new word. There you go. Assist. Alright, let's take a look at our inventory. I don't believe we've gotten any echolocators. So, quick little look and see if we see Grandpa's hand. sentinels on the map, and I don't see either, so we are not going to find a resonator. Let's call on the ship and get fucking moving here. Ta-da! And since we're not farming void modes, I'm gonna go with the AI fragment this time. We will go right to the source. There you go. Still holding on to hope that we're going to find a green version of the ship we're flying right now, but Lord only knows. That's what I'm saying. Like, everything's so, like, sanitized and sterilized nowadays. Like, it's just... I mean, if you don't know anybody or you didn't grow up on anything different, then yeah, no, hey, that shit's funny. To me, it's just like, eh. And that's not to say there aren't funny comedians out there, like, from, like, the modern day. Like, fucking Josh Blue. Fucking, his comedy's fucking absolutely hilarious. Jesus Christ. I don't know if that made it on the microphone. Fucking David's taking that dog out. It sounds like it's fucking murdering somebody. Oh yeah, that's gotta be audible. Thanks, buddy. Alright, so... we got the USB wings. It is an aqua blue color, very dominant. And a little bit of white, I guess. Got the thrusters. These are gonna pop up. Look kind of like the riffraff that we got in our fleet. And it is a B class, so. Since we are not going the harmonic camp route, I will leave a communication ball here, but I would venture to guess there may be a better version of this somewhere amongst the ground floor here. Anywho.
Toxic protection falling.
Oh, thanks for the warning. I'm getting back in my ship. And we're not going to fuck up this time and do the wrong thing. Let's go to the right one. There we go. Yeah, I can't even remember the last time I watched, like, an ensemble, like, comedy thing. I think they got, like, what was it, Live at Gotham? Which is usually, like, 4 or 5 different comedians. That was, like, the last one I watched. Really didn't hit the spot. Like, those type of things have been around for years. Comedy Central used to have a bunch. Who used to fucking do it? It was the dude from Living Color. Tommy Davidson. Yeah, he used to do one on Comedy Central. Oh yeah, good luck finding this shit. Jesus, man. Fucking buried. Like that just shows you how long ago that I used to watch those kind of things. Now it's like all YouTube. Like, that's how I usually find stand-up comedians and shit. Lately I was watching a bunch of Mitch Hedberg. Fucking... like another offensive type of comedian. Fucking Dave Attell, he just came out with a new stand-up special. I think that was on Netflix. I gotta check that out. Doesn't get more absurd than fucking his fucking stick. As we just learned, there will not be an Atlantic weapon on this planet. So we didn't see one back there. And I don't know what we're gonna have for other Sentinel ships. I mean, they're all gonna be the same variety as this one, but as far as classes go, I can't speak for what you may find. I think I might start a new save as I want to play the game over a series, but editing the Star Trek theme is... Well, no, I mean, you can have multiple saves going, so, I mean, you could start a new one and whenever you want, just bounce back into the one you got going. Because that was another idea I had, too. I was thinking maybe I'll do a survival run. But that'll be later down the line. Like I said, I want to get going on Everspace too. So 38 mil for scrap. Yeah, that really didn't become anything that different. I like the front though. Those are unique. Usually they're solid.
Weather warning. Incoming storm.
So I mean, it's got some newness to it. It's got its differences. Yeah, I don't know. It's like hit and miss. Land, your ship. There you go. Certainly ain't no agent venom, so that's probably gonna get scrapped. And by probably, I mean definitely. So, let us not go to that. That was the wrong button. Put you into the Wonders, get you all the portal address. Blue. And does not appear we have any repeats, so this is going to be a lengthy one. Anywho, as for your portal address to come pick on up this lovely ship that we just found. I need to turn the light on. I can't fucking read right now. We have started off glyph number 3. Then we got the moon over the waves, glyph number 1. Dragon flies up next, glyph number 9. No, we do have a repeat. We have glyph number 3 again, followed by the Triforce, glyph number 16. That is followed by the rocket ship, glyph number 14. Hot air balloons next at glyph number 6, followed by the TP, glyph number 13. Now the rocket ship, again, glyph number 14. We got old Bessie the Loch Ness Monster, glyph number 4. And the moon over the waves, glyph number 1. And finally another hot air balloon, glyph number 6. There you go. Them's the deets. Now we beat feet. I think... Yeah, we have space for one more ship at least, so we'll go do another distant planet. which point yeah, we'll likely take a break at that point. I think we've been going for about an hour and a half. Again, I do want to get a little bit closer. I know we just passed like 2 of them. Yep. Oh, come on. And another 2-star Viking. This isn't. Sounds like it could be a winner. Second. Do you reckon it would won without my own narrative during gameplay, or would it be best to do that? Again, that's a toss-up. I mean, again, it all depends on what you want your content to be. I mean, some people have better success doing no commentary audio. Whereas others, like, again, like, you can keep it just like straight brass tacks, fucking try to be more informative, whatnot. Or like my type of approach, try to be like personable, throw in some jokes and fucking whatnot as you're going. But again, it's all what speaks to you is like what you want your page to be. Like, don't try to be what people want it to be. Because, like, the one thing that I have noticed across the board, as long as you're being genuine with what you're trying to provide, that's always going to matter more than any of the other factors. Because if you try to, like, force something into being, like, it's just going to show and it's going to be off-putting. But I mean, if you're more comfortable not doing commentary, give it a go, see how it takes off. Because like that's the thing with like my video form content. I don't do any audio commentary on top of those. Like, I usually just let the gameplay do the talking for like the video form, or the live streaming. Like, oh, I just think it would be boring if it was just straight game audio and nothing but. Try to narrate and like bring like a different approach to it. There we go. But again, like, it's like the old JFK quote, like, you can try to please some of the people some of the time, but you'll never please all the people all the time. And that's the same for like all your big time like content creators like Penguins, fucking Asmongold. For all their millions of followers, there's hundreds of thousands of people that can't fucking stand them. So it's like, you're never gonna please everybody. So as long as you go into it with that kind of an understanding, like, it's going to be less of a chance of being disappointed in the long run. And you won't stress yourself out or spread yourself too thin either. But like I said, for me, this is just a hobby. Like, I'm not trying to do anything serious with it. If something materializes, I'm not adverse to it. But at the end of the day, I don't need it. Like, as long as people enjoy what they see, that's all I'm looking for. If I can be helpful and, like, you know, provide like a technique or some insight here and there, like, even better. But I'm just trying to provide a laugh or two, help distract people from the bullshit that we're all surrounded by. Oh, Oh, this isn't gonna go good. Alright, sweet. Thought I was going in that hole. Oh. Oh, fuck you. Get this thing. This better be an echolocator. You suck. All that aggravation. We got a mirror. Yeah, so you'd be going for more of like an episodic type of approach on it. Where it's like story driven, not just like, oh, here I am playing the game. Like there would be like a purpose and a plot behind it. So that would be unique. Like that was another thing, like with a game I used to play and stream a lot, The Long Dark. A lot of people kind of utilize that kind of approach just to help themselves stand out from the other content creators. Which again, for a game like that, is a pretty genius idea. Ingenious idea. Just go. There we go, one there, we got another one over there. Let's see if we can reach this one first. Sweet. Echo locator. No, another mirror. Son of a bitch. Oh, we got a roly-poly. Should have scanned you before I got up. There'll be more, that's fine. Let us see. I think since the last time was a fail, we'll do an echolocator this time. That way, if it is a bust on the ship that we find, you'll be able to just do a spike search for your own.
Alert. Navigational data received.
And then that's like another aspect like that you can take into account. Like, do you want to be visual on the screen while you're doing your content? Do you want to be like how I am, where it's just my voice? All of these things are going to affect like the engagement you have, how quickly like you can amass subscribers. Because it seems like the ones that like feature themselves along with the game, they seem to move up in subscribers a lot quicker. I've actually had a lot of people like state to me, and it's like, yeah, but, and it's not that I'm adverse to like being filmed or anything. It's just again circling back to the fact that like this is more just like a hobby. So I mean, it's great, and I'm happy when I get more subscribers to join the channel. But like, it's not a necessity where I feel like I need to keep growing. I need to keep growing. Like, if it stagnates for a little while, it doesn't really bother me too much. But like, I'm not in a position where I can invest resources into purchasing like more technology. Like right now, my phone's fucking shit in the bed, and I don't even use it as a phone. But like, I need it for YouTube. I need it for surfing the web. So like, I'm gonna need to replace it, and I've probably needed to for like a month now, but like, I'm gonna ride it till the wheels fall off. And that's just my mentality. So it's like, I think I've even said it in some of our conversations, like, I'm not adverse to like getting a webcam and like going that route. But it's going to be one of those things. It's going to take a lot of fucking effort and a lot of motivation to push me into getting it. But eventually the day will come where like that gets introduced into the grand scheme of things. Because it's not that I don't know that it wouldn't be helpful and wouldn't help like increase like engagement and viewership and stuff like that, but it's just like it's one of those. It's gonna happen when it's gonna happen. I didn't even look at any of that. We got 15, we got 5, and we have 11. All right, 15, 5, 11. So we'll do these ones first. 15, 11, and nope, and 5. Because again, that's another thing that I like, I've stated to like other people and stuff, where it's just like they try to like encourage me to go that route. It's like, see, right now I don't have a whole lot of pressure. It's just fire up the game, play, try to be funny, and enjoy my time. Whereas like the more you try to introduce that kind of stuff, the more pressure you put on your fucking shoulders. And it's like, I'd rather just ease in than like throw it on my shoulders, have it not do it like I would like it to do, and then like just set myself up for disappointment. Because that'll just quickly take the wind out of the sails. But again, that's the beauty part of fucking streaming. Like, it's however you want it to be. Because you're the one in charge. Make or break. But if you don't raise the bar too high, I mean, you gotta raise the bar a little bit. But I mean, if you raise it too high for yourself, you're just gonna set yourself up for disappointment. You're gonna sap yourself of motivation, and you're gonna get very discouraged very quickly. When like the main purpose of doing it should be for pleasure and enjoyment. So as long as you're getting that out of it, like all the rest of it, like when it comes, it comes. But as I also stated, like if you try to force shit, you're pretty much just gonna work against yourself. So take the time, figure out what it is you really want to do, how it is you want to go about it, and what you intend to get out of it, and then, you know, formulate a plan from there. I thought it would. There we go. Ah, did I not put down a communication bell at the camp? I fucked up. Hopefully this is a good class ship. No, and again, that's being creative, but also being intelligent about it too. It's like you see the similarities, so you can kind of bridge the gap. This is kind of grayish, though that might change. But it looks like it's kind of grayish. I don't really care for the look of it. It doesn't have any wings. Let's see. And it's a C-class, you... Fuck. Whatever. Let's take a look at the back. It's like it's got so much working against this fucking thing. One thruster, no wings. The only thing on the positive column would be the fact it's a color I don't think we've seen yet on the channel. Like a gunmetal black, no, grayish. Oh, we already took everything out of there, right? Sweet Jesus. Yeah, alright. No pun intended, but like with No Man's Sky, the sky's kind of the limit, because like I said, there's it's a Captain Steve, I think it is, and another guy. Like they had a whole group, like, because with the next game this company's making, Light No Fire, they kind of made, I think they call it Light No Sky, where like they don't use spaceships, they don't use anything, they all start off on the same planet, and then like they built like factions, little hubs for like their own separate groups and shit, and like now they're like doing all out war and stuff. So like there's numerous different implications and ways you can go about streaming content for the game. It just all boils down to like your creativity and what you want to do with it, so. But like that's a pro and a con, like you have the ability to do it, but you also have to have like the interest involved with it too, so. But like with your idea, like the interest is already there because it's in the same genre, in the same wheelhouse and shit. Or it's not like, all right, we're gonna play No Man's Sky, but it's gonna kind of be like Law and Order. Like, the fuck? We're gonna go around and solve special victim unit cases amongst the Korvax and the Gek. It might be a creative idea, but it might be a hard sell on most people. Alright, let's get this prey. There you go. Now, like I said, I was gonna do this ship and probably take a break anyway, so yeah, now go off and do your thing. Start putting feet to the ground and see what you can produce there, brother. Oh, look at that. We have a trade hub right here. Too bad we don't get to use it. And you as well, sir. Sure, we'll catch up a little later on tonight and let me know how things are going. This goes. We will fit the brain on in here. Let's see what it looks like up in the sky. Yeah, you can definitely do a heck of a lot better than this one. Again, we got one supercharged slot. I would assume there's probably going to be another one of these three. Oh, actually, you need to get the class up before, because what's it? 1 for C, 2 for B, 3 for A, and then 4 for S class. So, there's a lot of open real estate here, so it would definitely take a lot of investment to get this thing jacked up. So, unfortunately, I had a brain fat. We didn't get a communication station up at the Harmonic Campfield. So if you do like this absolutely goofy looking ship, maybe the color speaks to you, maybe you like a less is more type of approach, I don't know. But we'll get you the portal address. You're gonna have to do most of the legwork for this one. So bring your echolocators or your carrier AI fragments along for the ride. And I wouldn't expect to farm radiant shards or... Actually, no, I'm thinking of the previous planet. This one's been alright for shards and dissonance spikes. So, next order of business. Iron out the fucking folds in my brain here and get back on point. This is where we want to be. So, toss you into a wonder. Call you Gray. And the portal address. Quite a few duplicates here. Only one of which appears to be back to back, but we will get them knocked out for you. So first up, we got the hot air balloon, which would be glyph number 6. And we have back-to-back moon over the waves, so that would be glyph number 1. So 611. Then we have the galactic spiral, that's glyph number 10, followed by the Triforce, glyph number 16. Next up we got the rocket ship, glyph number 14, followed by another hot air balloon, glyph number 6. Then we got the teepee, glyph number 13. After that we have what looks like the fish, which should be glyph number 12. Followed by the Loch Ness Monster, glyph number 4. Then we have yet another moon over the waves, glyph number 1. Followed by the half moon with a tail, which would be glyph number 5. And to reiterate, like we said, there is no communication balls planted at a harmonic camp, nor at this ship, because it was a C-class. So do bear that in mind if you do wish to come by and procure this ship. There weren't any Atlantid weapons at the monolith, so I would not expect to find any of those either. But that's what you got. That's what you get. What you make of it is up to you. So, with that, we are going to make our way to the space station, because quite a few ships we need to now scrap. Hitting up the guild is always worthwhile. And at which point we will say and bid you adieu. Currently it is 9:17 Eastern Standard Time. Likely be back roughly around the 10 o'clock hour, give or take. But I make no promises as to whether we're going to be going back to sentinel ship hunting, or if... Jesus. Well, that was a quick turnaround. Or if we're going to fire up Everspace 2 and start making some haste on that game. I would be more inclined to believe that's what we were going to be featuring. So if I can find the fucking entrance to this space station. Get ourselves inside, get landed, and kick out the outro. Oh, is the Joker home? I actually really like this color setup for the space station. It's kind of cool. Quite nifty. Anywho, for yours truly, for Jamie, and for the many that came by and left, and for whoever may make it to the sound of my voice in the future, thank y'all for watching. As always, we appreciate and value your viewership and support of the channel. And hopefully, we'll catch some of y'all on the next one. Whichever game it may be. But, with that stated, this is Slammy, signing off. Until next time, peace, y'all.